if you're a JAMBite and you are planning to use your JAMB results to gain admission this year, there is one major challenge I feel majority are having, and it is the understanding of what cutoff mark really is. I have come to realize and understand that majority of the JAMBites don't understand what cutoff mark really is, and they don't even understand how it affects the admission processing. So in this video, I am going to take you through the process and the general breakdown of how cutoff mark really affects your admission processing this year positively, and also what you need to do with this information. And if this is your first time of coming across this channel, you want to follow or you want to subscribe, if you need information and tips that would help you and guide you through the process of gaining admission this year. Now let's dive deep into it in less than a few minutes. Right now, what does cutoff mark really means? That is the first thing we really need to understand. And what cutoff mark simply means is minimum mark, right? Minimum mark that is being designed or being arranged by a body. Right now, when we talk about minimum mark, we have three good types. As far as JAMB is concerned, as far as admission processing is concerned, there are three major types of cutoff mark you really need to understand. Once you have the understanding of this, you will be able to make a better decision as regards your choice of course and your choice of institution. And for those that want to change to, you'll be able to have a deeper understanding of what you need to change to, that will give you that will give you a high chance of gaining admission this year. Now, the first type of cutoff mark is the JAMB cutoff mark. Now, the JAMB cutoff mark is the minimum mark JAMB tends to peg for every institution in Nigeria. That simply means JAMB is the one that comes up with this cutoff mark, and it tends to create a benchmark for every university to work with, for every polytechnic to work with, for every college of education to work with. And I'm going to give an instance. Last year, JAMB pegged 140 to be the general JAMB cutoff mark. Now, the problem here is most students, when they come across when they hear that JAMB as a cutoff mark is out, JAMB said 140, and they tends to start having some leap of joy in their mind that thank God it is 145. A student with 145, 150 is hoping he or she will gain admission with a course like medicine, nursing, and all of that, just because he or she heard that JAMB said cutoff mark is 140. It does not work that way. What JAMB simply stated is that, or what JAMB simply meant is that 140 is the minimum mark for every tertiary institution, for every university to work with. That simply means no university can go below 140 in determining the cutoff mark for that particular school, right? So that is just the general understanding. So we have the JAMB cutoff mark that is typically being pegged by JAMB. Now, aside the JAMB cutoff mark, we have another cutoff mark, which is the second one, and we refer to that cutoff mark to be what we call departmental university cutoff mark. Now, if JAMB has determined or talked about their own cutoff mark, it is now left for every university to also come up with their own cutoff mark, right? For instance, school like UNILAG, just like they've been doing, will say our own cutoff mark is 200. That simply means if you don't have 200 and above, don't apply to our school. That is what it means. That does not mean because you have 200, UNILAG will immediately or automatically give you admission. That is not what it actually means. Just simply means that once you have 200 above, you are eligible to apply for any course you want to. And some school will go further by telling you, okay, 200 for this particular course, 240 for this particular course, 250 for this particular course, right? Simply because they are just trying to make you understand that if you don't have up to this amount of score, don't apply to this course, don't apply to that course. I believe that is clear. Right now, the last type of cutoff mark is departmental cutoff mark. Now, this is the most important cutoff mark, right? It is the major key one, typically, no doubt. And before I talk about the departmental cutoff mark, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, why not? You want to do that if you want to get more videos that will help you make a better decision this year to secure admission. Right now, the departmental cutoff mark is simply the cutoff mark that is pegged by each department in each university. Now let me make it clear for us. Now, when we talk about departmental cutoff mark, it's simply saying, for instance, UNILAG will say if you don't have 84 above, you cannot get medicine in UNILAG. And departmental cutoff mark most of the time used to come out after post-UTME has been done by majority of the school or majority of the students. That is when each department will now look at, okay, how many students apply to us this year? Oh, medicine, we have more than 2,000 students, but we cannot even admit more than 200. So what do we do? Let's see the first 200 students. Who is the last person that had that is in number 200? What is the total aggregate for that student? Okay, 84. Oh, let's make medicine and surgery cut off mark 84. That simply means from 200 downward that do not have up to 84, they will not be able to meet up its merit. They will not be able to be given admission except they made up a cashmate. Now, I know I'm using a lot of terminology in this particular video, but you don't have to worry so much. I would surely create more videos to break more process down that is going to help you, and that is the reason why you need to follow this channel. I think that will be all for now, and my next video will surely be talking about how most of Nigerian institution carry out their admission processing. I believe and I know you don't want to miss that, right? So hit the follow button and remember, switch on the notification bell and also subscribe to this channel. I'm going to see you in the next video.